Hi, everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to start to study together from one of the powerful books of Rav Ashlag. It's called On World Peace. This is the Hebrew version, but at least to connect with the energy of Rav Ashlag. On World Peace. So if you have it at home, you can start to read it again. It's very powerful. Rav Ashlag giving us here a lot of insights to support and help us to have the pure understanding what does it mean world peace and how we can be part of world peace to bring that energy of peace to the world. We know peace, the word shalom, it's come from the word shalem, something that represents a whole. And we have the vav, this is the vav from the Tetragrammaton, Yudke Vavke, the vav of Zir and Pin. So we can be a whole while we connecting ourselves with the energy of Zir and Pin, and also Shalom, it's one of the names of the Creator. So let's begin and read from Rav Ashlag. I will share the screen with you, so if you want to see the English translation, you can do so. Let me just share it. Okay, so you have it here. Let's move that. And let's open full screen. Okay, now you can see it in full screen. We are in part one on world peace. So Rav Ashlag telling us, חסד ואמת נפגשו, צדק ושלום נשקו, אמת מארץ תצמח, וצדק משמיים נשקף. גם השם ייתן הטוב, וארצנו תיתן יבולה. So Rav Ashlag saying here, when the mercy and truth met, and then the justice and peace kissed, and truth came from earth, and tzedek mishamayim nishkaf, and the justice came from the heavens, and the Creator will give the good, and our land will give all of the blessings, or as free translation, the crops. כל דבר שישנו במציאות יש לו זכות קיום. And something very powerful, Rav Ashlag reminding us, everything that exists in this world, he have the right to exist. כל דבר שישנו במציאות, הן טוב והן רע. If it's good or if it's bad, ואפילו היותר רע הוא מזיק שבעולם. And even the negative and evil thing that in this world, יש לו זכות קיום. He have the right to be exist. במידה, in a level, שאסור להשחיתו, but in a way that we can destroy it, ולבערו כלי מהעולם, and to remove it from the world, אלא שמותר עלינו רק לתקנו ולהביא לו מוטב. We need to correct it, and to bring it back to good. שהרי מתוך הסתכלות כלשהי במלאכת הבריאה שלפנינו, if we look at creation, Rav Ashlag saying, די לנו להחליט על גודל מידת שלמותו של הפועל אותה. So we can understand how the Creator is operating his powers, his energy in this world. Now, we know in life, there are many moments in life that, people around us, even people, especially people we love, we like, can push our buttons in a way that we're not going to like it. We're not going to love it. And maybe there are people in our life that we will be okay if they're not going to be in our lives, or we deleting them from Facebook, from our phone, from whatever. We don't want to be in touch with them for whatever reason. And sometimes, God forbid, we wish into people, in our mind, in our head, or even not, maybe not us, but people in this world can wish to other people to, to not to be exist and not to be in the world. So Rav Ashlag is saying here, first of all, we need to understand, we're affecting each other, we're affecting the world. with our thoughts, with our consciousness. We need to come to that realization that each one of us, we are a beacon of light. Our thoughts count, our thoughts and our actions affecting the world. So first of all, everything that's been created in the world, created in a way that we need to correct it. Again, we're not talking about moments here in life that, that we face in the universe, different times of war. When there is a war, there is a sentence that the righteous, they're telling us, and the Torah explain, if someone tried to kill you, you should stand up and kill him. So that's when we're talking about a war, that's not what Rav Ashlag actually saying. Rav Ashlag talking here about the war of the thoughts, the war of like, we letting our negativities or our empty space to control us, and sometimes to think, you know what, I wish this neighbor is not going to be exist here, or I wish he wasn't here, I wish this boss, I wish, and we have different things in our mind. But if we ask the question, why those actors, why those people in our life or around us, we can remind ourselves what Kabbalah is teaching us, that we all have correction. We all, need to remove some negativities we created in past lives or in this life. And because our soul is pure, we can see our negativities. So the Creator makes us see it on other people, right? We learn it so many times. Just a reminder. So if I can agree that the Creator send me that message through that person, so instead of thinking to eliminate that relationship or that, that person from my mind, from my phone, from my Facebook, again, we don't have to be friends with every person, but we're talking here about the reactive system. So instead of doing that, I can say, you know what? Let me see what I can learn from it. Let me see what the light want to show me. How I can remove negativity that I created in my vessel, in my channel, and I'm blocking, that negativity is blocking the light to give me the blessings I supposed to reveal to this world. And you know what? If I will change, there is a possibility, huge possibility that also my neighbor will change. Because of me changing, I will see things in a different way. So we're talking here about something very, very powerful and deep that Rav Ashlag telling us to pay attention more to our thoughts and then to our decisions. ולכן עלינו להבין, להיזהר מלהטיל דופי בשום פרט מהבריאה. So this is why we need to be careful to look into creation and not to think, oh, you know what, why there are ants in the world? Why there are cockroaches in the world? We should kill all the cockroaches. We should kill all the mice. We should kill all the ants. We should kill. We're like, he says, be careful. Anything that's been created in this world have a reason, have a purpose. לומר שמיותר הוא ואין בו צורך. He says, we can say, but not something that, why we need it? It's we don't need it. So we should eliminate it. We should kill it. We should remove it. שיש בזה משום מוצאת שם רע חס ושלום על הפועל אותו, because if we're saying it, we're saying to the Creator, oh, you did wrong, you did mistake. אמנם דבר זה ידוע לכל, שהבורא יתברך לא השלים את הבריאה, but it's known to everyone that the Creator didn't finish his world, his creation. בעת שברא, at the time that he created the world, כי כן אנו מוצאים בכל פינה ופינה מהמציאות שלפנינו, because we can find in each area, each place, each corner from reality, והן בכללותה והן בפרטיותה, if we look at the entire creation, or if we look into details, נתונה היא תחת חוקים של התפתחות הדרגתי. He says that the world exists under develop rules. It means, if we see a baby, right, when he come out of his mom womb, he's not right away going to school or start to work. There is time for everything. You need to be a baby for a period of time, then a child, a kid, then teenager, then adult. So there is process for everything. And many times we see things in the middle of the process. החל מן העדר עד גמר גידולו. So it says from the time that when we see it, from the time that before it finish its growth, we can't judge it. ומטעם זה, אם למשל אנו טוענים טעם מר בפרי בתחילת גידולה, אין הדבר נידון אצלנו כמציאות, מום ודופן באפרי משום. He says, if you take any fruit that is a beginning, let's start, and you take a bite, it's going to be bitter. But you can't judge it. You can't say this fruit is not okay, because it didn't finish its development. So we need to wait till it's finished, and then you can taste. Oh, wow, it's amazing fruit. So sweet. וכזהו המקרה ביתר הפרטים של המציאות, הכי מרגישים מבחינת רע והיזק באיזה פרט. He says, so that example, what we just, Rav Ashlag given us here, we need to take it to anything in creation. And if we feel that there is something negative or something that we feel like it might harm us, he says, הנה זה רק מעיד על עצמו, שנמצא עדיין במצב של מדרגת מעבר מתהליך התפתחותי שלו. So it shows about that matter, if it's fruit, if it's food, if it's new relationship, even people when they're getting married. If you already married, is it easy after getting married? We try to be together. Each one come from different culture, maybe from different way of seeing or feeling. What does it mean to be married? So we try to be together. We build it together. It takes time, sometimes even lifetime. And people that they don't have patience, what they do? They divorce, So he's saying, ובכל אופן, let's just remove this. ובכל אופן, אין לנו לקבוע ולהחליט, כי ברע הוא להטיל דופי בפרט הזה, כי לא מחוכמה הוא. And he says, if we judge in that matter, and we saying, this is not okay, this is not good, and we're just trying to eliminate it in our mind, in our thoughts, or delete it from our life, he says, that's not good for us, because we're not coming from a place of wisdom. So we know that in this world, any drop of light counts. And we came here to do correction. It means, when I'm focusing my energy to do my own correction, and I'm removing my own negativity, I'm supporting not just myself, I'm supporting the entire world. And when we see times that there is already a war, think about all of those times that we already have war between us and other people. If it's arguments, if it's judgmental thoughts about the person, but anything that creates empty space between me and the other person. So imagine how many people in the world have it every day, including us. And then when we see a big, big war, it's a lot of empty spaces that get together. And now somehow, because we're not doing our work in the right way, the world, the universe, the creator will remind us, unfortunately, with a lot of pain and suffering, what we are not doing okay. So again, we can't blame no one. We can just look within and change ourselves and ask ourselves what I can do to bring more light, how I can pay attention more, not to judge, not to eliminate, not to let my negativity to control me, that those big negativities not supposed to happen. The Zohar telling us thousands of years ago, the Kabbalah is telling us thousands of years ago. Rav Ashlag, he warned in the time before the Shoah, before the Holocaust, there is a black cloud, and we should connect more, pray more, leave Europe. The Kabbalah is telling us a lot of things. We need to start to listen and to manifest. Now, Rav Ashlag is saying here, first of all, we need to start to think about, just a second, who in my life right now or from the past I actually deleted. And again, we don't have to be friends with every person. We're talking here about the reactive system of negativity, because that negativity I might still taking it with me, or I just create a blockage in the cosmos. I want to remove it. I want to make new choices. Yes, but if I choose my friends, I choose my work, I choose who to get married with, I want to make sure I'm not walking with those thoughts of removing, eliminating, I wish that, all of those negative thoughts. I want to do the opposite. I want to start to work on myself. Which type of energy it's awakened within? How can I change? And it says, if you change, your energy of changing will enforce the other person to change, will enforce the situation to change. And this is why we need really to pay more attention to our thoughts. And if we do it, each one individually, then we can affect ourselves, like he says, Rav Ashlag here, prat uklal. We can change the individual and we can change the majority. We can add more light to the scales, to the world scales, to put more mercy, that any other negativities in this world not supposed to happen, and we don't want them to happen. We want to create change with consciousness, not with physical war. So let's take that very powerful study from Rav Ashlag and let's apply it. Let's not think about it, not just say to ourselves, oh, it was very powerful, but I want really to look within. We have all the support this week, Vayera, all the support of the righteous and the Kabbalists to help us to do it. So let's take those beautiful, beautiful and powerful words of Rav Ashlag and manifest it and bring this light we're supposed to reveal to the light. Let's open our mics and wish Shabbat Shalom. If someone have a question before we say Shabbat Shalom, we can ask.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Positive mental attitude in the world.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Ora.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom, everybody.
Many, many blessings.
Thank you.
Shabbat Shalom.
Share the light.
Positive mental attitude in the world.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. All the best, everyone. All the best.